right there, we got some Blue Angel activity coming out of Pensacola Pass. Looks like there's 3 of them flying there. Pretty cool.
A corner dive down on the square where the windows hang with the neon flare. Regular shoot horse and pool while the barmaid wishes the place half full. She works the jar with a discount flirt, a faded Houston oil shirt while the note goes sings. Down on the stage, thumbing the chords on a crinkle page, he plays a Zevon tune beneath a Gulf moon. Take a walk down along the wall, you go right on past the carnival. Hand in hand with the keeper kind, the kind that ties to the ties that bind. Don't care for the carny man or the fortune teller who reads your hand. You just beeline for a bungalow where the curtains flutter, the candles glow in the heart of June. Beneath the Gulf.
Salty Scotty, he's got a burnt face.
Yep. Hey, good morning.
We are actually leaving Harbor Walk Marina now, behind us. And then there's the Destin Bridge right there. We're crossing the Gulf right now. So this morning I topped off the engines. I've got two of these cans. I have a 19-gallon tank, and these are each 6.6 gallons. So I've got 2 of those. Topped off the fresh water. Scott is trying to upload the software with the drone, but there's been a problem. So we're hoping we can get some drone footage on this trip. I was on the phone with WeatherXM. It looks like this one of the WeatherXM transferred to the new chart plotter, but they told me I had to call back with a radio ID. I couldn't find it. I just now found it. It's the same radio ID as the other one. They told me I had to call them back with a new. This is just for anybody who wants to know this. What do you got to say, Scott?
Well, I think it's going to take us about 48 hours.
Yeah, about 48 hours.
Yeah.
Want to give a shout out to our assistant, Marion Carter.
Marion, yes.
Yes, Marion, because she's taking care of our real estate business as we're going across the Gulf. Phones, text messages, emails, a lot of stuff going on. We couldn't do this without her.
Marion, thank you.
Saltyabandon out from Destin.
Here I'm on a midnight porch, looking up at a butane torch that hangs behind the black expanse where the stars flicker, planets dance, and it's probably time I pack it in with a glass half full of Jameson. Well, I was born to cruise, I might as well, neath the Gulf moon.
So we got some bad news. The engine started sounding different and blue-gray smoke was coming out the back. So we turned the engine off and I called friend Greg Hopkins. He's a friend back in Orange Beach. He's a boat mechanic. We went through some checks and everything, and we still have plenty of oil, but there was some oil down below that wasn't there. That pan, I guess, that area right below the engine. And so he thinks, without being here, that we dropped a valve or there's piston damage. Either way, it's possible I need a new engine. He said if it's dropped a valve, that part may be able to be rebuilt, but if it's piston damage, probably need to get a new engine. So our trip is over, which is really sad. And Seatow's on its way and gonna tow us back to Orange Beach. And the water's really pretty out here, and it's a real shame because this is even though there's no wind, there's just perfect conditions for crossing the Gulf with it being a comfortable ride. The boat just went by, so that's why we're rocking right now. But It's been pretty flat.
Sad.
Yeah.
Real sad.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to the crossing. Looking forward to the adventure.
So we'll be sharing how we fix the issue, because this is not going to be the end of my sailing days, that's for sure.
That's right.
So whatever it is, it's got to be fixed. I hope it's not a new engine though. If y'all have any comments about that, I welcome them. It basically just started making a louder knocking noise, more than the normal diesel engine knocking noise, and the smoke that was coming out the back. Anyway, we're gonna have a nice long ride back to Orange Beach and see what we can do to fix this issue. I still would love to go to Clearwater at some point. Yeah, he flashed his light. I like your buddy, your crewmate.
Diesel's booked off.
Hey there, buddy.
Okay. I'm gonna stay on the hip for just a minute. I'm gonna have to get a bridle on you.
Okay. We got one
Stern
here, we
cleat
got
back
one there.
We got a midship. Perfect.
You don't think it's faster just to go outside because it's so smooth?
Well, the problem is we've got to make a transfer,
Yeah. You don't want to transfer out in the Gulf.
and they don't want to transfer out there.
So we got to go through the Narrows.
You know, dispatch tells me to come do something,
Okay.
and I go do it. We're dealing with two different
Right.
franchises.
What's the dog's name?
Diesel.
Diesel.
What's going on with the motor?
I called somebody and they think it sounds either I dropped a valve
Oh.
and or piston damage.
Okay.
I don't
Okay,
like
well, I was
the-
going to say that, you know, most of the time with a diesel, it's either something simple or something catastrophic. And sounds like something.
We were on our way to Clearwater.
Jeez. Well, okay, let's get you under tow. I'll hook a bridle up and then get a signature from you,
Okay.
and we'll be on our way.
All right. Hey, Diesel. I like the hat.
What's that?
I like the hat.
Thank you.
What's the meaning of it? It's some sort of that color flag.
Well, it's subdued. Yeah, it's just the like the combat flag.
Okay.
Down by the jetty near the Bellanese Pier, the curmudgeons drank their yellow belly beer, and they bitch about the price of gas and the fish that they can't seem to catch. They blame it on the islands way down south, from the Bayou Marsh and the Delta mouth, where choppers roll and the tankers come in a midnight days for the oil drum. They can't leave too soon beneath the Gulf moon. I ain't lonely, but I spend a lot of time alone, more than I'd like to, but I'm okay with staying home. My, how the last few months have changed. I'm smiling more despite the pain. I breathe in, I breathe out. Got friends to call who let me talk about.
Before we went under the Theo Bars Bridge, which is the bridge right at Innerarity Point, the captain of Seatow 24 was, scoping out the traffic ahead of us, and there was a big barge coming. So at some point he had me take the helm and be sure that I actually stayed right behind him. We were going through a narrow part of the channel. Ended up being plenty of room, but the guy on the barge was more concerned about it than the Seatow guy. So up until now, we've been able to just lock the helm right in the center, you know, keep the rudder straight, and it's been pretty easy for us on the boat. So that was the only time that I had to take the helm, and we're going to be at my marina, Bear Point Marina, pretty soon here, and then he's going to do a hip connection and take me right in. And it's kind of an L-shaped marina, so we go in and then we take a left, and I'm down on the end on the left. So I don't usually back in, but this time he's going to put me in, and it'll be easier to investigate the engine issues. And I do appreciate all the ideas that have been coming in. Captain Benny, Greg, Bill, a lot of other people that have a lot of experience with engines, and it's good to hear all that experience. It really helps. So like I said, I didn't know anything about chain plates until I broke one, and now I'm learning about dropping a valve or piston damage or whatever that may be, whatever we find out. So maybe just to fix a little thing, or maybe rebuilding the engine. Hayden of Island Packet Facebook page, he said they actually bought a used rebuilt engine just like his, and that would be easier to hook up to everything that's, you know, in the engine room. So again, big learning process for me, and heading back to the marina.
What ain't working? What's still hurting? All the things I feel like cussing out. Now and then I let it go. I ride the waves I can't control. I'm learning how to build a better boat. I hate waiting. Ain't no patience in these hands. I'm not complaining. Sometimes it's hard